Hey everyone, Gamer J Lee here, and welcome back to another video. And you know, I've kept my nose clean for about a month, if not a little bit more, with Halo Infinite. I have not paid attention to this game. I have not looked at any of the news. I haven't paid attention to a smidgen of this. But the other night, I was just chilling out in Discord, and someone brought up, oh, did you see that they announced the release date for Halo Infinite Season 2? And I said, cool. And I just shrugged it off. And they said, did you also hear about the delay? And I said, the fuck you talking about, Willis? And so they sent me a link and I looked, and we found out that season 2 of Halo Infinite will launch on May 3rd. May 3rd is when we are getting Halo Infinite Season 2. Now, if we really think about this, we launched in November. We had December, January, February, March, April, May. 7 months. 6 if you're talking from month to month, but 6 months of season 1, which the community is feeling the burnout. The community is feeling the absolute burnout of the season. And this new event that just came out, I just did a video on it. Go check it out in the top right corner if it's out already. But when it comes to season 2, I went and I looked, and you got the concept of the Lone Wolves, which I think is based off of a short that they did on Waypoint when Waypoint first started, when you're looking at this image. And then you've got the fracture concept for the new armor, which I'm looking at it. This gives me like Warhammer 40K vibes. Like, am I wrong there? Like, something about this reminds me of Warhammer. I've never played Warhammer. I've just seen images. I've seen like the Space Marines. This gives me like Warhammer vibes. That's what I'm getting from it. And then you see the new maps. They're adding 2 new maps. You got a big team battle map named Breaker, which it looks like it takes place at the Palace of Pain. Interesting. You know, different skybox, different kind of area. We're gonna have to see more, hopefully, very soon, I hope. Then you've got another new map, which looks like it takes place on Forerunner concept, and it looks like there's a waterfall or something like that. But you have the map Catalyst, and this one kind of has my intrigue. I'm gonna have to see more, of course. We've had a lot of the, you know, samey maps that don't have really that much variety to them and are getting stale. They're getting stale. They're like that bread you have sitting on the shelf back at home that you don't make sandwiches with because you're like Hot Pockets. And seeing this, you're like, huh, that bread kind of looks good. That bread looks interesting, but I'm still leaning towards the Hot Pockets. I'm still leaning towards other games that are shinier and tastier and are giving me more, you know, more value. And we're also getting a return King of the Hill. We're getting the return of King of the Hill, a game mode that should have been there at launch, a game mode that a lot of people have been begging for, asking for, and have said, why was it not there? Why is this not an option? And then there's another new mode called Land Grab, which I'm guessing is just basically going to be territories, which is not a new mode. And there's also another one called Last Spartan Standing, a free-for-all elimination mode. Okay, I'll give it a little bit of credit there. That's a little bit different. Land Grab, I'm guessing it's just territories, and then you have King of the Hill. How can you screw up King of the Hill? I'm sure they will find a way. But then we get priority number 3, as they call it on this list. Work on campaign co-op, Forge, and season 3. And when I saw that title, I about just threw up my hands and walked away. But let's read a little bit into this, because this is what they had to say. All this means is that we will not be able to ship campaign network co-op on May 3rd at the start of season 2, but we are still aiming to deliver campaign network co-op later in season 2, and we will share a release date for that and for split screen co-op as soon as we can. You gotta remember, they're very to the letter with their wording. So that means we're going to hopefully get campaign network, so online co-op later in season 2, or is that LAN? Who knows? And then they say, and for split screen co-op as soon as we can. So we might get online co-op before we get split screen co-op. That's baffling to me. And again, this is more delays. This is more of the thing that we've had a problem with, is that this game, it continues to have delays and delays and delays in content, delays in features, delays in things that should have been there at launch. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm so happy. I am so happy that I am not letting this game run my life. I am so happy that I'm playing other games and I'm streaming and I'm having a lot of fun over at twitch.tv/GamerJLee, shameless plug. I am so happy that I'm not wasting my time just focusing on this game 24/7, 365 and regurgitating the stuff because I like talking about it. I like having discussions about, which I hope you're leaving a comment down in the comment section down below and let me know what you think about all the news that came out about this. But I like having discussions about it and even having arguments about it. It really is fun because there are a lot of people that have logical, good minds about this and will argue against me and prove me wrong sometimes. And then there are people that just say, you're mad, bro. You're just angry. It's a good Halo game. Yeah, I never said it was a bad Halo game. I said it was a decent Halo game. I would say it's the best 343 Halo game. But when it comes to content, it's the drizzling shits. It's literally the bottom of the barrel. It's that stuff that you scoop up and it just sticks on your fingers and drips. It's the ooze at the bottom of the barrel. It's nothing shiny. It's nothing polished. I mean, this game is not optimized. This game has so many issues that shouldn't be there day one, and so many games that do it right that are currently on the market, but people continue to ignore the options of indie games in the indie market, which is vastly continuing to grow and continuing to show that you don't need a big budget. You don't need tons of people to make a great game. You just need to have passion and a desire to make something good. But people want to have passion for Halo, and I get it. I get wanting to have this game succeed. I want this game to succeed. Do I think it's succeeding right now? No, I don't. I don't think it's succeeding at all. I think it's literally doing the bare minimum as they try and get it up to where it should have been at launch. But again, that's the problem with the game as a service idea. That's the problem with games as a service, is that instead of it being something where it's free, but you have microtransactions, but you get updates quicker, you get patches quicker, you get updates quicker, you get improvements quicker, right? That's the idea of games as a service. But every time big companies do this, I'm not saying indie companies have done this great. There's been a few good examples of that. But when big companies do this, and even the game I love, Apex Legends, has done this, they fuck it up. They make mistakes. They cut corners. They ship it out now and fix it later. And it's under that crutch, under that, bandage of games as a service, free to play. It's not okay. And it shouldn't be acceptable. It shouldn't be, something that people are defending and basically saying that this is okay. I'm not against the idea of games as a service, but in its current state and the way that many people have used games as a service, it's not doing it, Chief. It's not doing it to the best of what it could be. And so many people are seeing this and calling it out, except for a lot of people in the Halo community. And I saw this earlier this week before the announcement of season 2. A lot of people were calling it out when the mid-season update came out, saying it was lackluster and disappointing. You can check out that video in the top right corner if you want. Like, it was fun, but people are seeing it for what it was. But here comes the shiny keys of season 2. We're gonna distract you with those. And I'm hoping season 2 is good. I hope it gives me a reason to come back. But do I think it's gonna hold my attention for more than maybe a couple weeks to a month? I don't know. I truthfully don't know. We're seeing what we're working with. And they do continue to go on and talk about their plans for Forge in season 3 and so on and so forth. But again, going back to this main topic of co-op in Halo Infinite, we talked about this in a video a while back where a supposed 343 developer spoke out, and you can check out that video in the top right corner, but a supposed 343 developer talked about how it was difficult to deal with online co-op and Halo Infinite's co-op in an open world. And from that perspective, I get it. I can understand that. I can look at it logically and say, they have a point there. They have a point as to why this might be difficult when you think of how Halo is normally ran and played. And you've got one person over here doing one objective and one person over here doing one objective, and one person dies. Where do you spawn them? Do you spawn them close to that objective, or do you spawn them over by where their teammate is? Because again, teammate not in fire, so on and so forth. What do you do? And I can see how that can be frustrating, but I've also seen open world games have co-op and do this, and they make it work. Again, they're trying to make it work with the rules of the Halo universe, but we've seen 343 break the rules of the Halo universe and the Halo canon and everything. It doesn't matter at this point anymore. They just need to get it working, polished, and ready to go. And I hope that's what we're gonna get when it comes out sometime during season 2. But those are just my thoughts. What are yours? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Go ahead and leave a comment down below, and I will make sure to check those out, as many as I can, and probably reply to quite a lot of them. So guys, thank you all for watching, and as always, Gamer J Lee signing out.